So, the energy of today, what wants to be shared today, is a message of upliftment. Because we know that it can be challenging to be in these bodies, to go through the challenges that come from misdirected thinking. And it can be very confusing at times, because it seems like it's that other person's fault and whatever the story is. It's so important to recognize what a story is, what you have deemed okay, which actually was not okay. Then there's just some work to do, you know? And what we can say is that the upliftment part is that when you do see it, when you do see the truth of how this world operates, you know, it can seem for some, we have been through some cycles again, you know, it can seem for some that, oh yeah, then we don't know what we're talking about, right? But we have all these ideas about what this is about, as if you're supposed to walk on water, as if you're supposed to levitate 2 feet off the ground, or as if you're supposed to, you know, that then you're enlightened. No. These are just continued energetic abilities that you can train in. But it doesn't mean that the consciousness is necessarily much more aligned to energetic truth. Absolutely. But it can still be toward it. This consciousness game is always something to pay attention to. And it becomes easier when you see the truth. And when you align to the truth. That's really it. Like, you have to leave the old thought system behind. You can't bring the old thought system with you. That's not how you do it. That's not how you shed the old and become the phoenix that rises from the ashes. It is in the acceptance of what is, first, in truth, always in truth. Because once you have determined where you're at with certain things, then can you know truly what will help? Otherwise, it's just a guessing game. And we don't like guessing games. We would like to know what's going on. And sometimes beings are dealing with feeling safe to open up because they've been hurt. Totally comprehensible. That is a stage as well. And once you have opened up, it is maintaining that openness. But that also means that whatever is not supporting that openness has to go. Just make sure that you're not closing the door on something that is of benefit to you. that you're not doing it out of closing down. There is a muscle in opening up and staying open, sharing your truth, sharing what you see. Many people might not like that. But when you learn to do this process of turning the inside out, is when you start to overflow with energy and vitality. And it takes some practice. It does take some practice. But it's very doable. And you can train in a couple of years. You can be really good at this. Even just 1 year. Just 1 year. You can get so good at this manifestation game and keeping this momentum up that anything is possible. That all of your dreams just starts to pop because you have this alignment. Are you with us? This is what we're teaching here. This alignment to truth, which is when the momentum can start to build and all of your dreams starts to happen right in front of your eyes, because you are accurately moving with the natural flow of Gaia. It's so crazy of a system that we have to retrain what human energy truly is, because it has been so twisted and manipulated with that it is needed with some correction of what energy is in truth and how to align to it so that you can step into a completely different world. So that you can finally know what it is to close chapters and to move on from certain things, having healed fully and sort of milked out all of the lessons, the soul lessons, which is what is needed for you to move forward. And for that, you gotta be a good self-detective. And if you would like an experience where we are cleaning away the fog, you can join us for the Heya Live, which is a group session. So you're more than welcome to join that. There's a link somewhere in the bio, and you can sign up for the WhatsApp group, where we will be sending out a link to register just before it starts. We will most likely change times again, because we didn't think, we hadn't calculated completely with all of our European people, our European shifters, supporters that are in Europe. So it's good for us to adjust the time a little bit to think about that, because we want this to be available for as many people as possible, so that people get some support to move through some of these things, because we know that it can be a bit tricky sometimes. You can be a little bit in distorted energies like this, and then sometimes it's just good with a helping hand. That's what this is. It's just a brother to a brother or a sister, and just showing and assisting with the alleviation, perhaps. Sometimes you just gotta, that's just what it is. And it's all in the process of this process of healing more. And sinking deeper into the truth of who you are. You're a magnificent being, here to do really, really magical things. And we are so looking forward to seeing what magic will come out of you being in alignment with who you truly are. You are so blessed. The energy that is running through you is really grand. It's about time that you learn how to take the reins. Listen to Gaia. This is what we all have been waiting for. To know how to operate our human body accordance with the most amount of energy that you can flow through your human vessel at the same time. You're blessed. Send us a comment and we'll talk to you again in the next one. Take care. Ciao.